Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nicole and we're back with another video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, ding, and don't forget to hit like on the video and leave comments down below because I love to interact with you all. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about something that I feel like, personally I feel like, kind of like isn't really talked about. And I put out a video, it was my last video of 2020, baby. And it was a video, a letter to my able-bodied self. And that letter was basically going through my me writing a letter to myself, going through a grieving process. As many of you know, I got injured in 2019. Reason I started this channel. I was injured in 2019, so 2019 for me was just very like, you know, just like trying to like figure out life a little more, get a little more adjusted. Although yes, 2020 was that as well. 2020 though was the point, I guess, in my life where I thought I would be like out in the real world, and then like kind of got trapped back at home because of our friend Rona. And it was a good time to reflect. A good time to think about the feelings, the emotions that I was going through. So in today's video, I kind of want to talk about my own process of going through the process of grieving oneself. And this can honestly go to anyone. You grieve when you lose anyone, whether that be someone toxic you remove from your life or just someone you remove from your life, death, sustaining a disability at any time in your life. Mine just happens to be becoming a T6 paraplegic and kind of grieving who I was before, because we'll get into that. Let's get into the video, okay? My little handy dandy notebook here, baby. So basically I just kind of wrote down things because sometimes I feel like my mind when I'm on camera goes, whoa, and we don't need to go, whoa. I really just want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? That was right.
Are you okay?
So there's 5 stages of grief. I'm sure many of us know that. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. No particular order, but sometimes you can, they mix around, whatever. I'm just gonna kind of go in the order I wrote them in and kind of talk to you all about what I personally felt and like how that process has been for me. So denial. We'll start off with denial. I think when I first got injured, there's gonna be like a little backstory. Maybe let me move a little over because I can put pictures right here. Denial. When I was first in ICU, I remember, you know that something's going on. I always distinctly remember, my dad says it's not true. Mind you, I was very drugged up. But I remember him telling me like, Nikki, you're in a really bad car accident. And I don't know how true that is. But at first it didn't hit me what was going on, so to speak. I knew that I couldn't move the same. I knew that something was going on, but I guess I didn't really grasp that I was paralyzed. And for me, the denial came in when I was transitioning from ICU to rehab. I'll insert a picture. I was very much in denial that I was going to rehab to not walk again. And many people don't know that. It's probably my first time even saying that out loud. But for the life of me, I swear to you, I thought I was going to rehab to walk again. And I was like kind of in denial, and in rehab was definitely a time, which I guess I can jump into like the next one, a time of accepting what happened to me. So that's another one. I mean, it's not in that order I wrote it, but whatever. When I got to rehab, after like kind of being told my diagnosis, what the heck was going on with me, I finally think I accepted it. Although it was still hard. It was difficult. But I think it's really important to accept. Now they usually say, I think like most of what I was reading, because I like to research before I do my videos, baby, that acceptance happens last. but I guess for me it's a little backwards, because acceptance, I accepted what happened to me. I was like, okay, this is what we doing. This is what you granted me. All right, I can work with this. I can work with this. So I think I like accepted it. I'm dumb. I think I accepted it. So I'm editing, and I just want to add, just because I accepted it very early on doesn't mean that the process wasn't still hard. I remember just feeling like, what is life going to look like for me now? What is it going to be? And at the end of the day, no matter if you do accept it, you're still valid to feeling like hopelessness. And I just wanted to add that because I didn't say that. The next stages of grief, another stage of grief, anger. I was very angry. I remember I wanted to kind of trigger warning, like for real. I know I always joke, but I legit didn't want to be here. That only lasted for me in rehab, that feeling of like not wanting to be, I guess not so much not wanting to be here, because I never felt like I was suicidal, so to speak, but I definitely was. I wish the outcome was me passing away than me being injured. And I was angry, I was upset. I'm very good at suppressing my feelings, which is something that the last couple of years have made me realize to just be more open and be more, let it out and let myself go through those emotions, because one, what is the word I'm looking for? My feelings are valid, and I shouldn't hold them in. If I feel angry one day because of this, I have a right to be angry because of this. And to anyone newly injured out there, even someone still going through the grieving process, so to speak, you have a right to be angry. I don't think that anger is ever gonna go away. And, you know, people may not understand that, like able-bodied people may not understand that what it is to grieve yourself, but your feelings are valid, extremely valid. Like, I think for disabled folks, if we, you know, not born with our disability and we require it somewhere along our path in life, we change. Life is different. I can tell you, in the last 2 years, even just the next day I woke up realizing what happened to me, your whole mind changes. It's a feeling you can't even describe, low-key. And you're like, whoa, like who's this person? Who is she? So you're kind of angry because you didn't even get to say bye to that person. You didn't even get to like have your last day with her. I mean, you do, and you remember it. You remember the last day. I remember everything I did on the last day of my injury, like that morning and stuff. I never got to say bye to her. She was someone, I feel like low-key, like she was someone completely different. So you get a little angry because you know you're still here, you're in your body, but everything has changed. So you have a right to be angry. Your feelings are valid. And I'm happy now. I don't feel like I'm angry. I think when I do have my days, I allow myself. You cry, girl. You cry, boy, too. It is okay. You cry. You let it out, baby. Because if you don't let it out, you're just gonna hurt yourself in the long run. And personally, I feel like once I got into the community more and started talking to more people in the community, that process, this grieving process, happens way down the line. And of course, everyone goes at their own pace. But don't let the grieving process take over your life. Like, start living your life. That is completely possible. So now I'm gonna touch on depression a little bit. Personally, for me, I never felt depressed. I actually did a podcast, I'll put that right here, and I'll put the link down below, where I talked about like mental health and talked about depression and talked about that process. I think the only moment I felt like a little depressed and a little hopeless was when I realized like my injury couldn't be undone. I couldn't go back in time. I couldn't just put like a band-aid over it and I was gonna be okay. I couldn't remove my raws and think that like, oh, she gonna be okie dokie. Like I couldn't do that, you know? And I think for a little, I personally wouldn't call it depression because I think depression is a very real, severe thing that people go through, and I don't ever want to classify what I gone through as depression. But I think what I went through was definitely just a moment of like sadness. I still was getting out of bed, so I knew that I was okay, but I could recognize days that I was like kind of just there, not in, just there, like wow. But again, I'm gonna keep repeating this in this video because I always hope that my videos are touching newly injured people or even people who are just going through this in general. Don't let your feelings consume you and eat you alive, because you are still capable of doing said thing. It's just gonna look a lot different. Does that suck? Absolutely. I'm not gonna knock that. Oh, my leg's spazzing. I'm not gonna knock that, but you're here for a reason. Whatever you believe in, baby, you're here. And live your life, because if any of us know, speaking to my people who have been through traumatic situations, baby, is that life can change in a second. So no one's untouchable. So appreciate the life you're given. Appreciate this body, baby. Appreciate your vessel. Okay? Bargaining. Which low-key I didn't know that this was a grief process. But I started reading more into it because I knew the other ones. Let me tell you what they said. Understand reality. Not ready to accept. Thoughts holding on to false hope, baby. I don't think I really felt that. Of course, famous question, do you want to walk again? I would love to walk again. I don't think I'd bargain my life for it though. I don't think I felt that though. See, and here's why. It's because I think I accepted my injury so early on that I wasn't bargaining for something better to happen. Like, oh, if I could go back and change this, I would. Of course you would. However, and a lot of people I feel like this in the community. Comment down below if you do. Who I am today compared to who I was before my accident. I love her. She's powerful. She's amazing. Of course, I don't think that I was a bad person. I actually, little story time, remember a time in the hospital. My 2 cousins were there. Shout out to them. Love you. If you've been watching this. And I started bawling because I was so upset. I was angry. Process of the grief. I was angry. And my cousin got up. She came to my hospital bed. And she goes, Nikki, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I was like, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. Why did this happen to me? To my newly injured folks out there, don't think like that. It's really easy to think like that. Like, what did I do so bad to deserve this? What? Why me? You know, whatever you believe in, if you believe in God, if you believe in like the universe, if you believe in spirit, whatever your belief, Buddha, whatever. Why'd you do this to me, you know? Like, why? And I'm sure people, you go through that. I went through that completely. It wasn't easy, and it was hard. And I'm gonna say why I feel like I'm so not even 2 years out. My anniversary's coming up. It's bringing up a lot of emotions, baby. But why I'm only 2 years out and feeling like that. But I've talked to so many people who literally it took them like 2 plus 5, 7 years. Why I think I'm kind of in a really good mental space is one, don't let it consume you. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Two, accept what happened to you. Of course, have hope. Have hope for walking. Have hope. Of course. If I could walk tomorrow, I do it. I'm not gonna sit here though and like live for it, because that's just gonna make me miserable. But at the end of the day, you know you best. You know if you need to seek help. You know if you need to talk to someone. You know if you're feeling a little down, that maybe depression is creeping up on you. You know your emotions, and I think that's mindfulness, is just be aware of what's going on. Because when you get injured, it is so easy to hate yourself, to hate the world, to hate everyone around you. That's the easy way out. That's the easy way to just be angry and give up on life. But don't do that. It's okay to feel your emotions, but the way I look at it is whatever you believe in, again, kept you here for a reason. What that is, we don't know, I don't know. But you're here, baby. And to me, that's purpose enough, right? So just love yourself. Wow, I feel like I got a little deep there. Love yourself and really just try hard to, if you are going through this process of grieving yourself, write a letter to yourself. I'll leave that video down below as well. Write a letter to yourself. Reach out to the people in the community. Reach out to a family member. Reach out to a friend if you can. Talk to someone. Therapy, it's not a taboo thing. And allow yourself to go through the emotions, but also live your life. That's all for today, folks. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, baby. Turn on your notification bell. Dink! Yeah, she's in the kitchen. I thought she was gonna yell it. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're going through. If you don't want to leave a comment down below, I'll leave my Instagram right here. I always also have it in the description. And message me if you want to talk about your process of grieving. Like, for real, on a real note, like, not even just spinal cord injury, anything in your life. We're all going through things, you know what I'm saying? So feel free to comment down below your story, message me. I love to chat with people. I love to help the community. I love to just be there. So I ain't got nothing but time these days. So for real. Anyways, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I appreciate the support. And don't forget, we're at 500, baby. Peace.